The following is a station editorial.
This is Holland Redfield, the challenge that faces Senator Wayne James as he attempts to pass legislation which would prohibit anyone from riding in the back of a pickup truck has conflicts with the fundamental rights of an individual to make a decision for themselves. On the flip side of this issue, we see him as a legislator attempting to address the need of government to pass legislation which protects society and the individual from the potential of severe injury or death. This is not a new balancing act. This is about the fundamental rights of an individual versus government making decisions for all of us. The territorial seatbelt law, the designation of non-smoking areas, motorcycle helmet laws, and the prohibition about drinking and driving all fit into these categories of them telling us what to do and how to act. These public policy issues of government versus individual rights historically always bring out rigorous debate. We want to make it clear that we are in complete support of Senator Wayne James' position when it comes to having a bill in which no one can ride in the back of a pickup truck. We want to remind Senator Wayne James that more than a decade ago, when the seatbelt law was enacted, the same vigorous debate occurred. Ironically, we see the same arguments being used today, including the impingement on our culture, the fact that these behaviors are traditional in nature, and of course, the economic hardship of not having the space available for the passengers. Back then, the debate was so intense, it influenced the outcome of the election later in that same year. Today, we look back at this legislation and realize the number of lives that have been saved. We note that Senator Wayne James has written the governor to urge him to veto this bill because of the provisions which were added that weakened the legislation and permitted adults to ride in the back of pickup trucks. We would argue to the senator that a bird in the hand is better than one in the bush, and it would be our recommendation that you urge the governor to sign the bill and that at a later date you move to amend the bill, adding the language that would be inclusive to all riders, irrespective of their ages. We would like to bring to you and your colleagues attention to the fact that there is no other jurisdiction under the American flag that allows open containers of alcohol to be carried in the driving compartment of a vehicle. Simply put, here in the Virgin Islands, a driver can legally be allowed to drink and drive. This borders on insanity and begs for corrective action. Just think about the sons, daughters, husbands, and wives who have lost their lives because government has not addressed this issue. Once again, here is an opportunity which could be addressed immediately by further amending your legislation to put the Virgin Islands in conformity with the rest of our nation. We believe that the majority of Virgin Islanders are in support of your efforts. Don't become weak-kneed or faint of heart. You are right on target, and you are doing the right thing. And ride on, Senator Wayne James. You will prevail.
Please email your comments to our editorial department. Our email address is editorial@viradio.com. Please include your name and other contact information.